Guys, it's Christina of CraftyPaws. I'm so excited to be doing a collaboration with Ashley, who is Sparkly Canadian Crafty Girl. We decided to challenge ourselves to make cards using lawn fawn stamps, some ribbon, and enamel dots. And this is the little scene card that I came up with. This card is also my entry into Snap Diva One's Holiday Shaker Card Challenge. And when you look at this, you might be wondering, what holiday is this representing? And I'll tell you, it's World Dog Day, a day to remember all those service dogs, those pets who provide their owners with unconditional love, and all those dogs that need to be rescued. I hope you enjoy this process video. Thanks for watching. I picked this adorable little boxer from the Lawn Fawn Critters at the Dog Park stamp set because it's in that perfect playful pose. Say that 3 times fast. This stance also looks like he could be digging or playing in the sand, and that's how I'm going to be using him in the scene card. So the first color I laid down is the lightest. It's E50, and I just put that all along almost the whole dog, other than where the paws and the forehead, I'm going to leave white. And then the next color that I'm using is actually the middle color, E55. And I'm putting in, just marking down where all the shadows are. And I'm trying to kind of make sure I get kind of the back ear, underneath the front ear, the back paws, meaning from the front, the back areas, the legs, and then I go through and add E79, which is the darkest color, because I want to give that characteristic boxer face. So I do that around the muzzle and around the eyes, and I try to make sure that I leave a little white area on the nose for the highlight. Now I'm going back in and darkening up where I had the midtone, that E55, and I want to try and bring out the musculature of boxers. So I'm trying to get the haunches to be lighter in the middle, as well as the front paw, and then darkening in the underside of the belly, the back legs, under the ears, all of that again, just to darken it up. The more you can bring in the full range of highlight to dark shadows, the more realistic your coloring is going to look. I'm going back and forth from the lightest E50 to the darkest E79, back and forth, just trying to not have any harsh edges. And then for the white paws, I bring in the palest warm gray, W1, and I highlight the tops of the head and the tops of the little feet, the white feet, using my colorless blender, the 0. And I'm also softening up the body of the dog with E53 because I realized that the E50 and the E55, there was too much of a gap in color. So I added that 4th shade. And then lastly, to darken up the nose, I use N10. Now I'm going to start working on the background. I wanted to make kind of like a rainbow colored sunset over the ocean. So I start first using my blending tool, starting with the lightest color first in the middle, which is mustard seed. And I'm trying to get an intense color in the middle there. Then I'm going on to the next color, which is spiced marmalade. And I'm dabbing off on my scratch paper because I don't want the harsh edges of the blending tool to get transferred onto this background panel. I'm trying to make all the edges as soft as possible and blend each color into the next. This next color is tumbled glass, and I'm putting that toward the middle top of the card. And then the next color is broken china, and I am putting that into the top corners, left and right. I want the sunset to look like it's brighter, lighter in the middle and darker on the edges. The next color I'm using is seedless preserves, and it's this beautiful rich purple color. So I wanted to blend that in from the dark blues of the corner and also blend in toward the yellow-orange toward the middle. Now I'm trying to intensify the corners with the broken china. And going over also the middle tumbled glass area as well. I just think I needed a little more intense color there. The last color I'm adding is picked raspberry, and it's kind of this kind of pink color that I thought would be at the very base of the sunset. I'm next going to just tear a little segment out of this shimmery gold cardstock that is a DCWV paper, and I'm tearing it into like a V shape along the bottom, and this is going to be the sand where the puppy is going to be playing, and I want this opening so that I can create a shaker behind this area. And I wanted the kind of rough torn look rather than a clean scissored or die cut look, just so that it looks more like rough textured sand. Here I'm positioning the torn cardstock over a plastic sleeve, and I'm using my fuse tool to kind of roughly cut out a shape that will fit behind that torn area. That's the pocket that I made, and I'm just fussy cutting around it with scissors. And now I am putting some blue cardstock down, and I'm using a white jelly roll pen and clear star jelly roll pen to create kind of the silver reflections. And then I am layering on the torn piece over top of that so it looks like the sand, the seashore. And I'm cutting away the background piece so that there's an opening where the torn cardstock is. And I'm adhering all of those layers together. Now for the puppy, I put foam adhesive on the top parts of the dog and then glue, liquid glue, by the feet so it looks like it's, popped up just the tops. Now for that little pocket that I made for the shaker, I'm adding little tiny white seed beads, some gold glitter, and some seashells. You can see I've made a bit of a mess there, but I cleaned that up without a problem. And now I'm just sealing up that opening with my fuse tool. I place that behind, and I'm using the zip dry glue, which is great for non-porous substances like that plastic sleeve. And I'm taping the edges just so that the zip dry glue has a chance to dry. I put foam adhesive on the panel to raise the back to the same level as the shaker's portion. Now, for the ribbon, I just had this little tiny scrap that said, "I heart my pet," and I made a little banner out of it and put some black twine through a little hole that I punched, and that banner is going to be pulled by this little wood veneer airplane like you see at the beach sometimes. I added a bright red glittery enamel dot heart to the heart on that little banner. Here I'm just adhering that panel onto a black card base. I think the black gives a nice pop to all these vibrant colors. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to check out Ashley's video. She's super talented and is so fun to watch. I know you're gonna love her. Thanks for watching.